Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope you're doing well. This week's Parsha is Shoftim. So we're still in the book of Dvarim, the fifth book of the Torah. Moshe is giving this week's long speech where he's saying goodbye to the Jewish people, reminding them of all the mitzvot that they've learned. But he's also providing sort of commentary about what they should do once they get into the land of Israel. So what Moshe says here is you must appoint judges and sheriffs for yourselves in all of your cities in the place that God has given you. So that's where we get the name of the parsha, Shoftim. Shoftim is judges. If a shotrim or like police officers, sheriffs, that you should take upon yourself in all of your gates. So of course it makes sense that Jewish people are going into this new land. It makes sense that they should have not only police officers to ensure order, but then judges to be a little above the police officers. It's a very thoughtful sort of plan for planning this new city or this new land. But there's also an idea in Chassidut, in Hasidic thought, that each person is a city unto himself. That in our gates are our eyes, our ears, our mouths, the things we see, the things we hear, the things we eat, that sort of thing. And we are now in the month of Elul, which is the month of preparation before we have Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. From the first day of Elul, we have 40 days till Yom Kippur. We have 30 days of the month of Elul, and then 10 days until Tishrei, the 10th, which is when we have Yom Kippur. So we basically have 40 days to sort of prepare ourselves to be the shoter, to be the shofet, to be the judge and the police officer for ourselves, to keep track of what's going on, to watch around and listen and sort of take stock of what's going on in our own city, which is ourselves. There's a very famous line in this parsha, tzedek, tzedek tirdoth, justice, justice you shall pursue. It's a very famous line. Oftentimes Jews who are engaged in social justice organizations will quote this, saying that it is the responsibility of the Jewish people to pursue justice in all situations. And usually they're referring to the situation in Israel, the plight of the Palestinians in Gaza, and the situation in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in general. And oftentimes it means putting the Jewish people in a situation that is not so viable and that is not so protective of ourselves. But oftentimes what they do not do is they don't read the rest of the sentence, which is, justice, justice you shall pursue in order that you live and take possession of the land that God, your God, is giving you. You must have the merit of appointing uprighting judge. I'm looking at the Rashi now, the Rashi commentary. You must live and take possession that have the merit of appointing upright judges to keep Israel alive and to settle in the land. It's a quite Zionist phrase if you ask me. But throughout this parsha, like I said, there's 40 mitzvot, and all of them are really fascinating. So some of them have to do with how to conduct the legal system. So like, there has to be 2 witnesses, not just one. There has to be, if someone's being sent to war, they can't have just planted a vineyard, they can't have just gotten married, they can't be like soft-hearted. There's all of these like rules about just being just and righteous and good. So this idea of tzedek, of doing the correct thing, it is of course so connected to Judaism. And we really have this as a guidebook, all of these mitzvot that they may sound archaic, but there's so many that are unbelievably relevant to our lives today. This month of Elul, as I said, is all about preparation for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the high holidays that are so important and holy for us. In Ashkenazi culture, we do slichot, or where we try to atone for sins, where you throw pieces of bread in the water, atoning. We do that shortly before the Chagim start. But in Sephardic culture, they do it for the entire month of Elul. And so this whole month at the Kotel, there's been tons and tons of people going and getting their minds right, blowing the shofar, singing and really just praying and davening in a really beautiful way. So I'm gonna attach a video. And the thing that I always find so moving about the Kotel is that it's just every kind of Jew is there. You have the Haredim, you have the Dati Lumim, you have the Hasidim, you have secular people, you have non-Jews sometimes, you have everyone in between. It's sort of the great equalizer, and I think that's important to remember, this unity within the Jewish people that we all have. We all have this unbelievable connection to this thousands of years tradition, Judaism, and we have this Torah as our guidebook, and we have this Jewish calendar that tells us how to live our lives and what days are important and what days we should be in shul and what we should be thinking about. And it's just I feel like it's just very holy to see all these kinds of Jews. There's no Elul. That's the month of Elul is like this preparation, this connection. It's a time they say the king is in the field, Hamelach Basadeh, that God is so close to us right now. The separation is thinner now, and we really can, our pleas, our cries, our prayers really can be heard. So I hope you guys keep that in mind. Shabbat Shalom, and God willing, I'll see you all next week.